This is the Bob Huckabone television show. Starring Tri-Cities opera stars Guido, LaBron, Victoria Muto, and Christopher Huck. Internationally known artist Nate Giorgio. The fantastic sounds of the Night Sounds Orchestra. And me, I'm Barb Fox from Q102 WQXT Radio. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce you tonight, the man with the sexiest mustache in town, Bob Huckabone.
That's the Night Sounds Orchestra, Gene Roma's Night Sounds Orchestra without Gene Roma tonight. Gene played hooky or something tonight. They sound great anyway. And here's somebody who sounds great. This is Barb Fox of WQWT, WQX, it's Q102, Barb, right? Is that why you guys call it Q102? Because it's easier
Much easier to remember.
Yeah. How long have you been with Q102?
I've been there about 2 years now.
Yeah. You're in afternoon drive, right?
Yep, after PM drive.
How did you get into, you've been in the broadcast business quite a while, I think.
8 years.
How did you get into the broadcast business?
Well, I guess I'm the story of the person who fell into radio. I started at WNBF as a part-time copywriter, and I guess I had an okay voice because I started doing commercials and they put me part-time on the air, and then I went to, am I supposed to be naming all these radio stations?
That's up to you. I don't know. I don't know what the boss is. The boss is going to watch this thing and say, okay, Barb,
I'm not there anymore, it doesn't matter. I went to WMRV
and
worked as a full-time copywriter and part-time on the air, and then Q102 called and offered me full-time on the air, and I went for it.
It's just uphill from there, right? I mean, whatever that is, just up and over the top. Now you're on television?
Well, I'm on with you now, yeah, but I mean,
but you're on a commercial, or you've done some commercials on television.
Well, I help people out with their advertising.
Sure.
So,
yeah.
Then I do their commercials for them.
Can we mention some of the commercials you're seen on? Or don't you want to?
No, it's all right. The only ones I've appeared on are Botnick Chevrolet. I help out Botnick Chevrolet with a lot of their advertising.
You've seen her on Botnick Chevrolet commercial, right? Yeah.
Wait,
but
does this look familiar?
There's more, yeah.
Get a truck now. No, I'm only kidding.
What's the attraction? What's the attraction to radio, Barb? You really get into it. You do your little diary things. What's that called?
The World According to Barb.
The World According to Barb. Yeah. This is for those who aren't familiar with it. Barb has an essay, I guess I could call it, each day. It's what, a couple minutes?
About 2 minutes long.
Yeah. And you talk about your world.
Well, hopefully it's other people's worlds as well. I try to take a lighter view of everyday life. You know, maybe not comparable by any means, but similar to Andy Rooney, Irma Bombeck, this style. Talk about everyday things, you know, like putting on weight.
What are your favorite topics to talk about?
Men.
Men? I heard you talk about shopping the other day, or recently.
Yeah. Well, I just like to poke fun, I guess. Not in a mean way. I just like to poke fun to make it seem less threatening, I guess.
What direction do you think that music is going in this country at this time?
Oh, that's a tough question. I really can't answer that. Everyone has such totally different taste from each other.
And radio offers all different types of music for different types of people. But it's my impression, now I may be wrong, but it's my impression that music seems to be mellowing a little bit now. Is that right?
Oh, no.
No?
I don't agree.
No, I must not listen.
Well, no, it really depends on what...
Well, look at that Be Happy, the
Don't
worry, be happy. That's pretty mellow.
Right, but it crossed over into the different charts. I mean, you've got the top 40 CA contemporary hit radio, then you've got the adult contemporary, the urban contemporary. I mean, everybody has their different billboard list, so to speak. You know, they're different top 40. So, I mean, I think that contemporary hit radio, the top 40 hit radio is going in an opposite direction. I don't think it's going mellower at all.
Little wilder, huh?
Well, possibly. That would be a good description.
What's in the future for you, Barb? What are your plans? What are your goals?
Oh,
Do you see yourself on a big network radio show, television?
no.
No?
I want to stay here.
You're going to stay here?
Yeah, I'm just a small town girl.
A lot of people have fallen in love with this area. I've been here for a while, and
Well, I grew up here.
And you grew up. Of course, we're going to mention that a little later on, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay, Barb
Upstairs
Fox.
as well.
Barb Fox, ladies and gentlemen, from Q102. And we've got a super show tonight, and we've got a great band, and they're going to play for us right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Night Sounds. What a show. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the Tri-Cities Opera, Victoria Muto and Christopher Hux singing from Kismet, Stranger in Paradise.
Oh, why do the leaves of the mulberry tree whisper nightingale singing at noon on the mulberry bough. For some most mysterious reason, this isn't the garden I know. No, it's paradise now that was only a garden a moment ago. Take my hand, I'm a stranger in paradise, all lost in a wonderland, a stranger in paradise. If I stand starry-eyed, that's a danger in paradise, for mortals who stand beside an angel like you. I saw your face, and I ascended out of the commonplace into the rare, somewhere in space I hang suspended until I know there's a chance that you care. Won't you answer the fervent prayer of a stranger in paradise? Don't send me in dark despair from all that I hunger for, but open your angel's arms to the stranger in paradise, and tell me that I need be a stranger no more.
What kind of flowers should I plant along the fence?
I must go. Please forgive me.
I thought hyacinths, but perhaps oleanders.
Please, would you meet me here this evening? At moonrise. Here, in the garden.
At moonrise?
Please. You won't forget me. You won't fail me. I saw your face, and I ascended out of the commonplace into the rare, somewhere in space I hang suspended until I know, till the moment I know there's a chance that you can. There's a chance that you can. Won't you answer the fervent prayer of a stranger in paradise? Don't send me in dark despair from all that I hunger for, but open your angel's arms to the stranger in paradise, and tell me that I need be a stranger no more.
We're going to stand up here for just a moment. We want to say that was just great. Victoria Muto and Christopher Hux, and we'll be talking with the two of them in just a moment. Right now, I want to introduce somebody in the audience, and Barb also, right? You want to help me introduce.
Yes, I want to
So
help
we have
you.
somebody very, very special in the audience tonight. I don't know if we can turn a camera around and show in the audience. John, Barb, you want to?
That's my dad over there, John Fox. What's my last name?
yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, one more time.
There you go.
John
Barb
Fox, he's the sports editor of the Press Sun Bulletin.
There you go. Let's have a hand for John Fox.
Hi, Dad. That's my mom, too.
Okay. And John and Mrs. Fox. Thank you.
And my mom,
Okay.
Terry.
Hi, Mom.
there. I always wanted to say that. Hi, Mom.
Okay. Wow. What a show. Boy, you guys are great.
Thank you.
Oh, Victoria, your microphone's on the wrong side. You need some help?
Oh.
Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. Here,
Have you met Guido LaBron?
Here we go. Okay. No, we're going to meet him in a few minutes, so. Okay. Okay. Now, if you just, yeah. There, just snap her right on there, and away we go. Victoria, give us a little of your background. Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Southern California,
Where in Southern California?
San Bernardino.
Okay. How did you arrive here in Binghamton at Tri-Cities Opera?
Well, I went away to school in San Francisco, and then I moved to New York City. And in New York City, I was coaching with a woman there who said, I think there is a situation, a training program that I think you should...
Well, that's okay. It's just thunder. It happens all the time on this show.
that I think you should be involved with. It's a regional opera company, and they have an excellent track record, good singers. And
Beautiful.
so I came here and auditioned, and that's how I entered the program.
What about you, Christopher?
Okay, I'm originally from Fairfax, Virginia, outside of Washington, D.C., and I studied, originally I was going to be a doctor, like a lot of people, went through biology, and worked in a laboratory for a couple years in D.C., and decided that I did want to go back into singing full-time. And again, Tri-Cities Opera, I don't know how many people are aware that the resident artist training program here has produced singers that are singing all over the world. The biggest one right now is Richard Leach, but Jake Gardner, Cynthia Clary. There's a number of people who have gone on to major careers because of the program here in Binghamton. And we produce 3 main stage shows a year. Kismet is the first one we're doing this season.
Beautiful. Let's have another big hand for Victoria Muto and Christopher Hux. And we'll take a commercial break, and we'll be back in just a moment. Stay with us.
People's concerns, acting to solve their problems, quietly and effectively providing the leadership which helps people. That's Assemblyman Dick Miller, supporting a law which reduces state taxes for the average family by 20%, helping volunteer firemen throughout his district, sponsoring landmark legislation to help solve the solid waste disposal crisis, looking out for the concerns of the elderly, doing what needs to be done to help all of us. Re-elect Assemblyman Dick Miller because he really cares.
And now it's my pleasure to introduce a young man from Vestal, New York, who is very quickly becoming internationally known. Perhaps not his face, but his work. And he's becoming nationally known because of this face. This is a picture of, obviously, everybody recognizes Michael Jackson. And Nate Giorgio painted this picture. It's not a photograph.
Nope.
Right? Give us a little background on this. How did you come to do this?
4 or 5 years ago, after he won 8 or 9 awards at the Grammys, I wrote him a letter because I found out he loved artwork. And I just said, I'm trying to get more involved, doing merchandising, whatever, just try and stir up some interest.
You just wrote him a letter?
Just wrote him a letter, and I did an original, a real quick sort of sketch, and sent it out, and then they called me a few weeks later.
Had you ever met him?
Never, no.
Well, what did you use as a model? I mean,
Well-
this is pretty.
Yeah, well, that was after we got together. I mean,
Okay, so when you painted this one, you had met him.
Yeah,
right?
this was done maybe 2 years after I first sent the original to him, the first letter and everything.
Okay.
Because after he saw my artwork, he was really interested, and said, "Would you be interested in doing a project?" And I said,
How old
"Sure."
are you?
Just turned 27.
You're 27 now?
Yeah.
How did you get into to doing artwork?
I've done it my whole life.
Yeah.
I don't know. A few years ago, it started to really take off.
Did you have a lot of formal training?
Nothing.
No?
Just that's all I've done.
You
painted.
just start
Just
painting.
painted, yeah.
And one day you did a picture of Michael Jackson, sent it out, and he
Yeah,
said,
well, I've been trying to contact a lot of entertainers, and
Yeah.
he responded, so I
had
went with him.
okay, was he the first to respond?
The
or
big
had-
one, yeah. I mean, I've done a lot of different, on different levels, but he was the biggest.
Okay.
But, the calendar is the biggest
Yeah,
thing
this
I've
is going to
ever
be
done.
big, huh?
It's huge, yeah.
Okay, can we flip through this?
Sure.
And, well, I don't know where we want to flip through. Okay, this one, this picture is one that you painted.
Right.
Why does he have a crack in his face there?
I don't know.
Oh, that was a wall. Oh, this is a wall, is that
Yeah,
it?
this just means that I tried to make him solid, looking like he's here to stay.
Oh, okay. This one is...
That's a photo.
This is a photograph.
Yeah.
You didn't do
So
that.
every other one I did, I painted.
Every other one?
Yeah.
Okay, you
And
did this one.
This one, we would just sit down, and he would give me a bunch of ideas of what to go on.
Did he say, I want a picture of me taking a sword,
No.
taking a sword out of a stone or something like that?
No, this one was just, he wanted a noble expression and something,
That-
for the kids, I think.
Okay, let's flip over. This one's a photograph.
That's a photo.
And this one,
This one was right around the Victory Tour time, so I had some Victory vines, and he's in his Victory outfit, I guess.
now this is a time, you obviously knew him a little more by
I've
then.
met him a few times.
Yeah.
I've been out to his house at this time. Yeah, now
Yeah.
I've got to know him pretty
Have you met the famous animal?
well. Which one? There's a few of them.
Doesn't he have like a,
He's got a zoo, the llama,
what's
and
he's
the
got?
snakes,
He's got a llama and
the
what
monkey,
else?
the Bubbles, the chimp, you mean?
Bubbles the
Yeah.
chimp, yeah?
Yeah, I did meet Bubbles.
You met Bubbles? What do you think of Bubbles?
It's chimp. No, it's
Okay.
nice. It's
Okay,
nice.
here's another one.
Yeah, this one we got together, and he wanted just all different children of nationalities all around his head. And I did a bunch of sketches, and this is the one he picked.
Okay, and what else we got here? What month is this? This is Michael 89. Oh, it's August.
August, and again, it's just a different kind of illustration. Just trying to get something catchy.
Okay. How many of these calendars do you suppose people are going to buy?
I'm under, oh, I don't know. I thought you meant the paintings I'm going to do, but they should sell a lot of them because it's out all over the world. It's in Florence. I've heard it was in Florence and London and Japan.
And you painted these right here in Vestal, New York, huh?
Right in the basement, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Here's and
That's
here's
the
one
last
with
one.
musical notes.
Yeah, just the design. Just trying to get them all different looking.
Okay. And these are on sale now, or will be?
They
going?
should be coming out. A lot of people are asking for them, but Walden should have it pretty soon.
Beautiful, beautiful. Vestal, New York, huh?
That's the
How's it feel? How's it feel to be around, really big,
It's nice.
big guy like that?
It's nice. It's
Yeah.
different, because when you're talking to them, they really admire your work.
Yeah.
So it's kind of awkward at first, but
Now,
you
you
get
went
on
to
it.
you went to Italy with Michael Jackson, right?
Yeah, I was working on a few paintings, and I think it was in January he called when he was on tour in Australia, and he asked, they're going to close all the Michelangelo museums. We're going to go tour the art. Would you like to go and see it? Because whenever we get together, we talk about art. So I said, sure.
So he's really into the
Loves
the art stuff.
Yeah, loves art.
He probably owns a few originals then, huh? He can
Lots,
afford to
yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, he just bought a new ranch, and I think he's just filling it with art.
What's his life like? Is it all is it all the
Well,
glitter? Or?
I'm not there all the time,
Well, of course
obviously,
not.
but on
How
tour
many
it was.
okay, how many times have you been with?
Well, I've been to his house three or four. When I go out for a 2-week stay, I'll go to his house a lot, and then at the studio, when he was cutting the album, I was there for 2 weeks.
So what's Michael Jackson
He's just
really
very,
like?
He's humble. He's for the art of it. I think he's doing everything for the art of it.
Okay, now there's another painting that you brought along with you. Why don't you tell us a little about this painting?
Mike Tyson. That was the latest one. I'm still working on it a little bit, trying to finish the top of it. But it's, just he's the latest hot person in the news, so I thought I'd do one of them. Plus, I think he's great. I like him.
So you just decide to paint somebody.
Yeah, at this time, I'm trying to really be selective. I want to do a lot of the entertainers and try and get them marketed, maybe
Have you
publish
had,
a book or something.
since your association with Michael Jackson, have you had a lot of other people contact?
Oh, sure, Quincy Jones. Yeah, I'm doing stuff for him.
Yeah.
He's been in the business 40 years, and he's working on a new album now, so I'm doing a bunch of art.
So you must do a lot of traveling too, or not?
Not too much.
No?
I do a lot. Just it's like a long process. You do sketches, you send them out, and they call you back, and you wait, and then you do another comp, and then you send it out. So it takes a long time. It's not where I can just visit with them and sit down and do it.
You making a lot of money?
No.
No?
It's
You're
going
just
good.
you're just at the famous stage. You're not rich yet, then?
Well, I still got a ways to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going good though.
What medium do you use in doing your painting?
I started with a lot of airbrush, but the Tyson's a lot of oil. So and I'm combining a bunch of different mediums because I can do more with it.
It's interesting that you show Michael Tyson with a couple of doves.
Yeah. Well, off season he raises them.
He raises doves?
Yeah, pigeons. Yeah.
Oh, foolish me. I thought it was showing a peaceful scene or something.
Yeah.
Did you know
See?
that, Barb? I didn't know.
No, but it goes good. It's the opposite of what I guess he really
Yeah.
is. You know.
You heard it here, folks. Michael Tyson raises pigeons.
Yeah. He used to too. I guess when he was a young man. Well, he still is.
He hasn't seen this yet.
No.
No.
I still have a little bit of work to do. on it.
So what are you going to do with this painting? Send it to him, or what?
I don't know. I'd love to try and get it published somehow.
Yeah. How long does it take you to do a painting such as this? How many hours would you
That
say?
one, well, that would be a few days, and then I would let it just sit for a while, and then I could look at it and really see what's
So you
wrong.
work on several at one time then?
Not
you just
really,
work on
no.
one
I
and
just
that's-
when I get a project, I don't paint constantly. Whenever I get a project, I paint it.
We've got to take a commercial break, and then we'll be back with Nate Giorgio and Guido LaBron and Night Sounds Orchestra and more from Tri-Cities Opera and Barb Fox and a lot more. So stay with us. We're happy to have with us Nate Giorgio. Nate, what do you see now in your future? Things are looking good for you, huh?
Yeah, pretty good. Not bad.
What projects are you going to be doing now?
Well, I got Quincy's stuff right now
Okay.
for his album coming out.
Okay, so you're doing, how many album covers have you done?
I've done a few, even local things too, but nothing. I'm trying to stay away from that.
You don't like album covers anymore?
Not unless it's different. I don't like for Quincy or Michael or somebody, but I don't like getting tied up in those.
What do you like to do?
I'm trying to get a book published and trying to get a lot of this stuff published.
Of your,
Tyson.
of your paintings?
My paintings, yeah, on the entertainers.
So is this going to be like, if in your mind, do you see it as one of those, what do they call them, coffee table books? One of those big books?
Well,
with
on a
the
smaller level.
small
maybe.
coffee table?
Yeah.
So you are looking to do a book?
Something published, yeah, whether it's some kind of merchandising or a book, yeah.
And what else are you going to do?
What else? Go home, watch the show,
I
think.
hear you're a soccer player.
Yeah, I've played for years.
You still play now?
A little bit, yeah,
Yeah.
stay in shape.
What do you do? Is that what you do as a hobby?
Yeah,
That's
I like it, it's fun. After playing for so many years, it's in your blood.
Beautiful. Okay. Nate Giorgio, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks.
And now it's my pleasure to introduce the star of Kismet, one of the stars of Kismet, put on by Tri-Cities Opera. Ladies and gentlemen, singing Fate from Kismet. Boy, what you talk about putting two words together. Fate from Kismet. Ladies and gentlemen, Guido LaBron.
I sat down, feeling desolated, bowed my head and crossed my knees. Is fortune really predicated upon such tiny turns as these? Then fate's a thing without a head, a puzzle never understood, and man proceeds where he is led, unguaranteed of bad or good. Fate can be the trap in your path, the bitter cup of your tears, your wine of wrath. Fate can be shade in the desert blaze, sudden food in a famine found, the sound of praise, incomprehensible and strange. fate can play a trick with that wine to weave the evil and the good in one design. And so my destiny, I look at you and cannot see. Is it good? Is it ill? Am I blessed? Am I cursed? Is it honey on my tongue or brine? What fate is mine? Fate can play a trick with that wine and weave the evil and good in one design. And I can face the sun, no more to dodge, no more to run. I can eat, I can buy, I can sleep in a bed in the certainty and fair and free. For fate has claimed its child and smiled on me.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is Guido LaBron. What's the derivation of your name? What's your background?
Well, it's part French, Spanish, Costa Rican, which is the country I come originally from, Costa Rica. I lived in Puerto Rico almost all my life, and now I'm a Binghamton native.
A Binghamtonian.
Yeah, I guess
How long
so.
have you been here?
3 years.
3 years? How do you like it here?
I love it.
You like the winters?
I love it.
Yeah.
Only the weather gets me sometimes, but I can deal with that. Yeah.
What? Give us some information on your musical training.
Musical training. Well, this is my second year with Tri-Cities Opera. As Chris mentioned before, it's a wonderful program. It's unique not only in this country, but worldwide. And this is my second year with them, and I've worked in 4 productions so far.
Where have you studied?
And I studied at Fordham University at Lincoln Center, New York City. I got my master's at SUNY, and still studying.
You have your master's in music then?
No, I have, surprisingly enough, I have my master's in technical theater and design for theater.
In theater design?
Yeah.
Okay. But you prefer performing, I take it?
Well, it's going well, so I've decided to give it a shot.
For those who aren't familiar with Kismet, tell us a little bit about it.
Well, Kismet is a Broadway show. This is the second time we're producing a Broadway show. It was wrote in the 50s. It's typical of the 50s, with the exception that this show has just wonderful music. It's based on the themes of Alexander Borodin. It's just, as you heard before, just wonderful music. And
what about the cast? Tell us about the cast.
The cast is composed mostly of the people that are in the training program, with the exception of who?
Of somebody.
Of somebody, yeah.
Okay.
Somebody that has gone through the program, but no, they make guest appearances, keep coming back.
Okay, now, when is Kismet going to be seen? Do you have that schedule?
Yep, so I have it right here.
He memorized it just for this show.
We're going to be performing Kismet the last weekend of October. That's October 29th and October 30th at the Forum. And then the first weekend of November, on the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th. The 2 Sundays being matinees, of course, at the Forum in Washington Street, Binghamton.
Okay. And I would think there might be a few tickets left.
We
don't know
hope
that.
so, because otherwise we wouldn't be here. Yeah.
Okay. What
Yes,
do you see in your future? I asked
In
Nate
my
about that a while
future,
ago.
well, hopefully a career in singing opera, little design here and there.
Have
I don't
you
want to
done some
completely-
design? Or?
Oh yes, yeah. That's basically what I've done for many years. Designing, I design and show and art Broadway. I've designed many community and university shows, and that's sort of in the side for now.
Well, okay, what's involved in designing a show then?
Well,
you do like the
designing-
background and
Well, designing the show is more than just a background. The designer is a second director. He has to come up with the visual concept of the show, which obviously is very, very important to the whole concept of the show.
So you read the play then and
You read the
decide
play,
what it's going to look
you
like?
read the play, you get together with the designer, and we come up with a concept, no ideas, we exchange ideas. Ultimately, he's the boss. And we go ahead and just show sketches. We get rejected many times, as he was mentioning before. And finally, we come up to an agreement, and we just start from there. And
Guido, you're a super singer, and I wish you
Thank you.
success in the future.
Thank
And
you very
thank you
much,
for being
Bob.
with us.
Oh, my
Guido
pleasure.
LaBron, ladies and gentlemen. And now, once again, our band of the night. Gene Roma isn't here, so who's leading the band tonight?
Well, Gene Roma is the singer in the band.
Right.
Okay, and he went to Atlantic City last Thursday, and he hasn't been back yet. We haven't seen him.
Oh, okay.
It's a joke, Bob. It's a joke. No, he really. And our normal drummer, is not here tonight. His wife thinks he's here, but he's not. So we have our substitute drummer. So.
Okay,
Yeah,
so who
Leo Pin- well, I'm going to attempt in front of these operatic singers to sing a tune, just a little bit of it.
Okay, before that, Mike, this is Mike Kinney, ladies and gentlemen. Why don't you introduce everybody in the band?
Well, let's see. Maynard Copland is on saxophone there. Armando Lavano and Leo Payne are substitute. And Steve Betcher, who has a job at about an hour ago that started.
Let's hear it for
So,
Night Sound,
okay.
ladies and gentlemen.
Pennies in a stream, falling leaves, a sycamore, and it's moonlight in Vermont. I see finger waves, ski trails down a mountainside, and it's snowlight in Vermont. Telegraph tables They sing down the highway and travel each bend in the road. People who meet in this romantic setting, so hypnotized by the lovely evening summer breeze, the warbling of a meadowlark, and its moonlight in Vermont, and it's you and I and moonlight in Vermont. How's that? Thank you. I accept my apologies.
Great trumpet, Armand. Guido, do you play any instruments?
Yes, I play the trombone, in fact.
Do you really?
Yes.
We could have used you in the band tonight.
Yes, we could have indeed, yeah.
Okay, Guido, LaBron, again, what are the dates of Kismet, Tri-Cities
The
Opera
dates are October 29th, October 30th, November the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th. And if you want to get tickets, you can call Tri-Cities Opera at 797-6344.
Beautiful. Well spoken, huh? Guido LaBron, ladies and gentlemen. Nate, I want to tell you, Nate, this was your first time as a guest on a TV show, right?
This is it, yeah.
What do you think?
It's fun.
Yeah. Well, maybe you'll come back again with us then.
I hope. Yeah.
Nate Giorgio, ladies and gentlemen. And now, I'd like to call back for another big hand for Victoria Muto of Tri-Cities Opera. And Christopher Hux of Tri-Cities Opera, the Kismet cast. And Guido LaBron, of course, and the accompanist for Tri-Cities Opera, Vicki Gordon. And let's have a big hand for Barb Fox. What a show we had tonight. I want to thank everybody for being with us, and we'll see you next week.
I'm Barb Fox of Q102 WQXT Radio. This has been a Bob Huckabone television production.